Greetings, Dragons. My name is Vin, and you are most welcome to my channel, Dragon Speaks podcast, which is episode number 11. I extend my sincerest wishes of goodness and blessings to you today and always. So, in this episode of Quotes to Decode, I'm diving into a topic that resonates with many of us, and it's inspired by one of my previous episodes that the name is How to Be Emotionally Strong. As a small channel still growing my audience, connecting with fellow dragon seekers takes time, but it's a journey worth pursuing. Emotional strength is something many people have pondered over and shared their thoughts about through quotes. So, with the help of the internet, I have gathered a collection of quotes, some attributed to specific individuals and others not. If I haven't mentioned the author of a quote, please feel free to comment and let me know so I can make the necessary corrections. I have presented the quotes as I found them, and I hope you can understand. So let's decode the meaning behind the 9 quotes featured in this episode, focusing on how they can guide us to build emotional strength. Let's get started with the first one. Quote number 1. When you can't control what's happening, challenge yourself to control the way you respond. That's where your power is. By Caitlin Moorhead. I sometimes fail when it comes to this quote, and my emotions, take control, and but I fail many times. But this quote highlights the power of our responses to situations, especially those beyond our control. Life often throws challenges our way that we can't change, but we always have the ability to choose how we react. This reaction is where our true power lies. By controlling our response, we maintain our peace, we make rational decisions, and protect our well being. It's a reminder that while we may not have control over external events, we do have control over our inner state. Quote number 2. No one notices when the strong one is tired of being strong. By Uncommon Sense from yourquote.in. This quote speaks to the silent burden carried by those who are often seen as strong. People who are perceived as resilient or dependable often face the expectation to always be strong, yet their exhaustion and struggles may go unnoticed. It's a reminder to check in on the strong individuals in our lives, to acknowledge their struggles, and to provide support. Strength doesn't mean invulnerability. Even the strongest need rest, understanding, and compassion. Quote number 3. Patience and silence are two powerful energies. Patience makes you mentally strong. Silence makes you emotionally strong, by the great big minds, and I can really relate to this one. So this quote emphasizes the power of patience and silence as tools for personal strength. Patience allows us to endure difficulties without losing our composure, fostering mental resilience. Silence, on the other hand, can be a tool for emotional strength, enabling us to process our feelings without immediate reaction, thereby avoiding impulsive decisions or responses. Together, they create a balanced approach to handling life's challenges. Now, quote number 4. You have finally reached emotional maturity when you learn to control your feelings. By Unknown. Emotional maturity is defined here as the ability to manage and control one's emotions. This doesn't mean suppressing emotions, but rather understanding them, responding thoughtfully, and not letting them dictate your actions. When you can control your feelings, you are less likely to be overwhelmed or driven by them. leading to healthier relationships and a more balanced life. It's a significant milestone in personal growth, indicating self awareness and emotional intelligence. Quote number 5. The strongest people are the ones who are still kind even after the world tore them apart, by Raven Emotion from the Mind's Journal. This quote celebrates the resilience of those who, despite facing significant hardships, choose to remain kind. True strength is not just about enduring challenges, but also about maintaining compassion and empathy in the face of adversity. It highlights the idea that kindness in difficult times is a profound form of strength, demonstrating an unbroken spirit and a deep capacity for love and forgiveness. Quote number 6. Never let your emotions overpower your intelligence, by the Random Vibes. This quote warns against allowing emotions to cloud our judgment. While emotions are an essential part of being human, they can sometimes lead us astray if not kept in check. The message here is to use your intelligence, which is your reason, your logic, and understanding, so that you can guide your actions, ensuring that emotions don't lead to decisions you might regret later. It's a call for balance where emotions and intellect work together harmoniously. Quote number 7. You gotta train your mind to be stronger than your emotions, or else you lose yourself every time, by Unknown. This is something I can also relate to, and I have gone through several times. So, this quote stresses the importance of mental strength in managing emotions. If your mind isn't strong enough to handle your emotions, you risk being overwhelmed by them, leading to decisions and actions that may not align with your true self. So, training your mind involves developing self discipline, emotional regulation, and resilience, which are crucial for maintaining control over your life. Quote number 8. You will continue to suffer if you have an emotional reaction to everything that is said to you. True power is sitting back and observing everything with logic. If words control you, that means everyone else can control you. Breathe and allow things to pass, by Bruce Lee from the Mind's Journal. This is very important, guys. You should really read through these lines again and try and understand. So, Bruce Lee's quote advocates for emotional detachment in the face of provocations. Reacting emotionally to everything gives others power over you, as your reactions can be manipulated. Instead, Lee suggests observing situations calmly and logically, which leads to more measured responses. This approach not only reduces suffering but also puts you in control of your emotions and actions rather than letting external circumstances dictate them. Last but not the least, quote number 9. Never apologize for being sensitive or emotional. It's a sign that you have a big heart and that you aren't afraid to let others see it. Showing your emotions is a sign of strength, by Bridget Nicole from the Lessons Learned in Life. This quote challenges the stigma often associated with being emotional or sensitive. It redefines these traits as strengths rather than weaknesses, emphasizing that being open about your emotions requires courage. A big heart is one that feels deeply, and showing this side of yourself can be an act of vulnerability and strength. It's a reminder that sensitivity is not something to apologize for, but to embrace as part of who you are. Now, let's take a moment to really take in the lessons we've talked about today. Emotional strength, as shown in these quotes, is a journey with many parts that touches on our everyday lives. Take Caitlin Moorhead's quote, "When you can't control what's happening, challenge yourself to control the way you respond." Many of us have faced situations where everything around us feels out of control. Think of someone going through a job loss or a personal crisis. It's not the tough situation itself that defines us, but how we choose to react. By looking at personal stories, we see people who have turned their problems into chances to grow by controlling their reactions, turning challenges into steps forward. When we think about the quote, no one notices when the strong one is tired of being strong, we understand the quiet struggles of those who seem unbreakable. Consider a friend who, despite being the one everyone relies on, is struggling silently. Their strength is visible, but their tiredness isn't. So, recognizing and supporting these strong individuals reminds us that even the strongest need care and rest. The idea in patience and silence are two powerful energies. It teaches us that true strength often comes from within. Imagine someone waiting for a dream to come true or dealing with a long term challenge. Patience becomes their mental strength, while silence helps them process their emotions and stay calm. Through their quiet endurance, they build resilience and find clarity, showing that strength often grows in the quietest moments. So, emotional maturity described in one of the quote, you have finally reached emotional maturity when you learn to control your feelings, is about growing up emotionally. It's like learning to handle our emotions with more awareness. This journey often means noticing when our emotions are leading us in the wrong direction and learning to guide ourselves with thoughtfulness. It's a sign of deep personal growth, marked by the ability to respond wisely rather than react without thinking. In another quote, the strongest people are the ones who are still kind even after the world tore them apart, shows a deep part of strength. Picture someone who has gone through tough times but still chooses to be kind and caring to others. Their ability to stay compassionate despite their own pain reflects a strength that goes beyond just getting by. It's proof that being kind in tough times is a powerful form of strength. Lastly, the quote, never apologize for being sensitive or emotional. It's a sign that you have a big heart, encourages us to embrace our emotions. In a world that often thinks strength means not showing feelings, accepting and valuing our emotions becomes an act of bravery. It's about celebrating our ability to feel deeply and connect meaningfully with others, turning what might be seen as a weakness into a powerful part of who we are. So, in short, these quotes remind us that emotional strength isn't about being immune to life's challenges, but about how we handle and respond to them. It's about finding balance between our emotions and our thinking, staying kind and compassionate, and understanding that true resilience comes from embracing all our experiences. As you continue your journey, remember that your strength lies not just in getting through tough times, but in how you choose to grow, connect, and live with purpose. Thank you for joining me, Earth Dragons. May you carry these insights with you, and may they empower you on your own journey towards emotional strength. Thank you for joining me today, Earth Dragons. Continue to breathe fire when needed, but never forget the gentle strength within you. The world needs your light, your wisdom, and your authenticity. Keep being true to yourself, and as you do, you'll find that your path aligns in ways you never expected. Until next time, this is Vin signing off. Take care, stay positive, and let your unique light shine brightly. And if you've stayed with me this far, I'd like to kindly request you to please subscribe to Earth Dragon Speaks so that we can continue growing our dragon community together. If today's topic resonated with you, please hit the like button below and feel free to share your thoughts in the comment section. You can also be a good messenger by sharing this conversation with someone who might need to hear it today. I am forever grateful to all of you who have shown your love and support to a small channel like mine. I hope that one day together we will be in a place where we are doing the good things that truly matter. Thank you, and until next time, take care and keep shining your light.